Hello YouTube and welcome to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I'm Alice Seraphin and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in the United States. Today, I don't have a card to show yet because this is a play date. Playing with Reflected in Nature. Item number 156437, page 60 in the mini catalog, July through December 2021. I just got this stamp set. A friend of mine, Gina Tudela, my upline, gave it to me. She had an extra one. That's why it says JT down there. This is the stamp set we're going to play with. I'm going to give it a go a little bit like this, first of all, because that's Misty Moonlight. And then I'm going to change it up some. So I need my sponge daubers. I know that for sure. I'm going to bring those in. And let's get started. I haven't even mounted the stamp set yet. I pulled in some different card bases and quarter sheets of cardstock to go through. I don't need any of this right now. And I also want to try it on some very vanilla, but I didn't get any basic white out. So let me see if I can find my white paper. That's thick whisper white. Don't want that. Come on, just one piece will work for me, not two. All right, so got some basic white. And first thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you how I mount my stamps, which, oh, and the DSP I brought out too. Some of the Beauty of the Earth. Let's see. For me, I take off, you'll see it has a, my upline had a good idea, crack and peel. You crack it like so, you peel those off. Me personally, sometimes I like to take them all off. Some people may not, but sometimes I do this. There's no wrong way. I've seen people putting these on blocks and then mounting them to their stamps. Me, no, because I might get it wrong. So I'm taking off all my backings of the label part. And now I'm going to pop these out. And I saw a question of what do you do with these? Well, I personally keep them. Sorry about hitting the camera. I've changed my camera angle. I have this new camera stand and I can lift my camera up and down and scoot it around. I'm trying just to see what works better to give y'all a better view. So I just leave mine in here like this. You could take that off, but the back of it off and it would stick to it, but I don't need to. Okay, so these are my images. I'm going to take all the backings of these off, get them out of the way. And then we will mount them all up. All right, we're going to start with this one first. Now on this stamp, you'll see that it has some deep indentions. That's the top part of the stamp. I know this. So I'm going to start here at the bottom and just lay her down. Next, I'm going to take this little one. Take time for you. Place that down. This one, making sure it's all going in there. There we go. The eagle, the bald eagle, that is. Breathe Deep. Boy, do I like that one. This is a beautiful stamp set. I meant to buy it, but I just had too much already and I couldn't afford it at the time. And she's like, well, I have an extra one, which was so kind of her because I do love this. I really wanted it. There was so much I wanted in the mini catalog. You can't get it all. You can try, or at least I can try, but it doesn't work. Okay, so now peel them off. Okay, so let's see. What's this one? Breathe Deep. Each day is an adventure. I'm going to mount them all. Now, I do keep this in, and I keep it in my stamp set like so. And I'll turn this over because I want it like so, and when I cover it up, it will keep it from sticking to the top. But let's set that aside and bring in a couple of blocks. Let's see what we have that'll fit. This one, will it fit sideways? Yes. Breathe deep. How big is that? One's too long for that one, but this will fit on that one. The little eagle will fit on a small block. There we go. So I have all of them mounted to be used. This one I know I'm going to be using the Stamparatus. So, oh, before we bring in the Stamparatus, well, I can get that lined up with where I want it. Now, if you've seen me use my Stamparatus tool, I'm looking for my dry erase marker. Just one of them will work. Okay. Oh, clears it, great. I like to start away from here. I just do. I'm going to put a mark here, and that tells me where to line up my paper. And, my magnet. I'm going to line the stamp right up next to my line. And so it's ready, but I need to cut some paper, and I want to make sure I leave, let's see, let's measure the stamp. If you don't have a ruler, it's a great tool. The stamp is roughly 3 1/4, probably by 3 1/4 by 3. So I want it bigger than that. I'm going to write down some notes on my scratch pad here. 3 1/4 by 3. And I want to make it look very rustic, so I'm going to use a water pen and be tearing the paper. But first I want to cut some paper. Move my scratch pad out of the way. And this way you get a good video of the complete process of how I go about creating a card. So it's 3 1/4. I'm going to go to 3 3/4. Oops, not scoring, cutting. And I'm just going to make it square just so I have plenty. I'm going to do a couple of these. That one and that one. Okay. Because I've got a couple of ideas, not sure which is going to work. Like I said, I want to not completely case this card. But first we're going to do this in Misty Moonlight, and it looks like Pool Party down there on the bottom half. So we are going to take one of these. Let's start with the smallest one and set this in place like so. And I want to double check. Oh, sorry about it hitting the camera. Okay. Try and make sure it does not hit the camera. I'm going to bring this over a little bit more, because I want it kind of centered in this. Well, it looks like, let's just take it off, because mounting it that way did not work, because I really like it. Like so. It's easier just to place this stamp on the paper, then pick it up, because then I know it's right where I want it. Okay, first thing we're going to do is break out the Misty Moonlight. And I have the case over here. Now, I shouldn't have stamped up the whole image. So what I'm going to do is take, I was looking if I had a, what to do. Where's my jar of water? I keep a jar of water in my stamp room. This is just an old pickle jar, because I don't have any running water out here. But I did not want on this. Let's see. I didn't want so much of the, you could use a paper towel, I guess. Okay. I didn't want so much of the Misty Moonlight down there, and I kind of forgot that. So, let me put my jar of water back up there. I'm going to bring in the, not sure if I want Pool Party or, let's go with the Balmy Blue. Now I'm going to take the Balmy Blue, because this part is the reflection part. Okay, let's give this a try. Oops, that really knocked the camera. Sorry, guys. I'm going to lift the camera up a wee bit so that doesn't happen again. Okay, now let's see this. Ooh, okay. Oh my goodness gracious. That is gorgeous. Thank you, Gina. Oh my gosh. I am in love with this. I really am. To me, it almost looks like you could do this like a photograph. You could do it mimicking, oh, so many things. I really like that. I'm going to do it in a monochromatic theme too. I can already tell you this. Okay, so I'm going to bring my jar of water back in and wipe my stamp down. Okay, we're going to play again with some more images. But this one I'm very, very happy with. That will definitely be a card. I just want to get some more images stamped. Yes, I do have the chamois, but this works. Just, okay. So I'm really, really excited. Oh, that is so cool. Probably could have gone with the Pool Party, would have been lighter than the Balmy Blue. And I might do that on the next one. So I'm going to set that aside. Don't want to get it. Okay, and bring in my next piece of paper. And this one, let's do this one in, let's try Early Espresso on the top part of the stamp. This one needs re-inking. I can already tell because it just isn't. This is why I'm using. And I want to bring in a sponge dauber and do the cabin. Sorry about hitting the, let's see. Trying to figure out which one. I know I used one on. Give me a piece of scratch paper for a second. Yeah. Just double checking, making sure I'm coming in. Let's see. Let me bring the camera to my area. There we go. Now, here is the cabin on the top one. I'm just sponging the woods, making them darker. And I want to do this cabin. I really shouldn't have had circles, but we'll see if I can blend it in a little bit more. And I think I'm going to bring in, let's see, I got some old olive here. I'm trying to close up the Early Espresso ink pad. Let's bring the old olive in. And let's find, just, okay. Let's double check. Okay. This, I want to bring in some green along here. And that should do it with that. And I am going to bring the pool party in this time for the water. And I know this sponge dauber is pool party, but we're going to just check. I already stamped in there, but yes. Okay, and I'm just smushing the ink upwards. I might have to go on this a couple of times. Now I'm just dabbing it all over the area and around the house, the cabin. Okay, now let's see what this comes out like. I'm not sure, but we're gonna give it a go. All right, move the ink pads. Let's take a peek. No, we are definitely needing to work on this. Okay, I like the pool party. The green needs some working. The early espresso really needs working. So let's, I'm afraid to re-ink the ink pad. All right, so let's do that. I'm gonna set these aside without closing them. I am going to try to do a bit of masking just with this paper. And I actually need 2 bits of paper. Okay, tear this in half. We want some there, and I want some here of the green. Okay, now I do want that cabin a little better. Let's try to do it with a sponge dauber here. Oh, that's really like too much on there around the edges, so I might have to clean that up. Set that aside. All right. Let's try this again. It might be that this just doesn't work in my idea. See, this is really smeared there, and I don't like that. And this is dark, so that really did not work. Okay, let's turn this over and try something else. I am going to clean my stamp again, and I think, oh, I didn't bring my smoky slate. I told you I wanted to do one in monochromatic. Alrighty, let's see, basic gray maybe? Basic gray and smoky slate. I think it is really best done, I think, in just the solid colored. So we're gonna bring this up like so, making sure. Now I will come back in and take this and go around the house a bit because I want to bring in the pool party. I'm gonna have to redo the house. I got too much off of it. I'm thinking now, I'm sure there's probably an easier way, but let's do some Post-it notes around the house. there, like so, making a wee bit of a mask and coming in just with the corner to get the house like so. And do we want to go really dark with like misty moonlight on the water? I think so. Let's, I can already tell you guys like I said, I am playing. Okay, now we're going to bring in misty moonlights. Why does that look like it didn't get? All right, misty moonlight it is. Okay. Let's just go tap tap all over the whole thing because it's supposed to be in water. I don't want that hard line in there, so let's wipe that off, the hard lines. Let's just go ahead and give this a stamping down. Let's see what comes of it. I still got lines on there. And I got ink on my hands. Okay. Let's see, like I said, we're playing. Oh my goodness. I would have liked, I do like it. There's a definite definition of color between this and this. Okay, there's one more. Now, the early espresso is still kind of like bothering me that I can't get that right. So basic gray. Oh, wouldn't that look? Let's do the whole thing in basic gray. All right. Or let's, you know what? Let's do, no, what color? Where is that pool party ink pad? Where did you go? There it is, right to my right. All right, first we're gonna ink up this half because it's the lighter color. Okay. And yes, I have open ink pads all over the place. And let's bring in the early espresso. And I'm really pushing down. I want a really good image on this. Put a little bit up there on the cabin. Be a little bit more. I can see that maybe a little bit more needs to go up there. Okay. Set that aside. And let's give this a try. And one of my very favorite tools is the Stamparatus. And I was skeptical with a K at first on how well this tool really would work. Now I like that. This is a little too, let's come in with the balmy blue and give it a little going over and see if we can make it a little deeper in color. And you can do this easily knowing it's going to go, the image is going to go exactly where you want it because that's what the tool is designed for. All right, let's go misty moonlight. If I can find the misty moonlights. Here we go. I want it darker on the bottom. Let's see. Now that I do like. But now I want it darker up here with the early espresso. I am going to cover up this part of the image with this. Let's see how that, oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. I do like that. Okay, I'm happy. Now let's create with these images and see what we can come up with. I have an idea for a background behind this, almost like making our own DSP for one of them. And that is going to be using, okay, I just want to clean that up a bit. It can sit on here until I'm done. I should have 3 images and I cannot find the other image. Oh, because it's under an ink pad. Let's close some of these up, shall we? I probably should have kept that one open. But just so I don't get anything in these. And I will recap to you what pads I brought in and used on these. Okay, we have Balmy Blue, Pool Party, Basic Gray, Old Olive, Early Espresso, Misty Moonlight. And we're going to keep Misty Moonlight on top. Move my dry eraser. Place these in here, and I'm missing another one, huh? There should be one more there. There it is. Pool Parties. I don't have these labeled. Always just buy extras and stick them in there. Okay, let's see our images. This is Basic Gray and Misty Moonlight, Early Espresso, and Misty Moonlight on top of Pool Party and Balmy Blue. This is just Misty Moonlight and Balmy Blue. And I really like this so far is the best as far as the detail in the cabin, I think. So let's set those up. And this I thought might look really cool up and behind that on a background. So we need to create a piece of, let's get this cut down first. And I need a water painter, water brush. And let's see, I need a bit of a paper. Oh, this will work. I just need to get this started. There we go. Because this is going to help me tear this. And I want it, I also want to blend some, drag some color into this middle section here a little bit. So it's not so stark, but I want to bring this, and I'm just pushing on it gently, and then I'm going to tear it towards me, and putting the water on there helps that just to tear nicely like so. And I'm going to do this around all 4. Like I said, I'm tearing it up. It needs more. If it doesn't tear easily, just add more water. Give it time to soak in. There we go. I wanted it very rustic. I would have liked that. I don't think I got enough water on there. Giving it a good squeeze. I don't like these mountain looking edges on there. Okay. Yeah, a little bit more water on there. Okay, this time I'm really gonna soak it in there. Give it a little push of water as I go. Ooh, yeah, that had lots of water. And I'm going to go ahead and start this one so the water can set in. There we go. Yes, this this is what, okay, need more. Lift that up, and I want this. Gonna get some more on there. Just want to pull some more of that away. Okay. I really like the edges of that. Let me set this aside. And, oh, colors. Okay. Let's see what card bases I brought in. This is a Misty Moonlight card base. This is a Balmy Blue card base. This is Mossy Meadow, which oh, that's really pretty. This is Cinnamon Cider. This is just a half a sheet. I don't care for that. Evening Evergreen, half a sheet. Let's see. Wow. Kind of like that too, but I really think, and I like the Mossy Meadow. I brought some early espresso in. This is the basic gray, and I think this is Smoky Slate. I might have that on that one. And this one, I know I'm going to do that. So, let's go ahead. Ooh, Night of Navy. That looks really good. Okay, we'll leave those for now. But let's make this card. And I want a piece of DSP, which I need to cut this down to. What size is this stamp in here? Welcoming Woods. And let's just do it like so. Okay, turn it. Want it really close. That's good. So 4 1/4 cut. And let's see if this works. And okay, 3 1/2. So 4 1/4 by 3 1/2. Probably use this for sentiment. I'm not sure how this is going to work or not, but we are going to bring in this one because I am going to use the Stamparatus to make sure I get a really good image. Remove my Reflected in Nature. Bring in the Welcoming Woods stamp. Pick it up, and because it's in Misty Moonlight, pick up. Okay. I'm debating now. Let's go ahead and do it. I'm not sure if I want it in. Now, see, here I go. I'm second guessing myself. Let's do it in Smoky Slate and just take a peek at what it looks like. I should have had my foam underneath here, and I kind of lost it. I don't know where it is. Might have to, oh yeah, that is not working at all. This might be in the way. And I don't think, okay, change of plans for that. We're just going to flip it over. You know, 2 pieces to every paper. Wipe that off. That's a no-go. So let's go to the early espresso. Oh, I think something was on there. Let's just cut another piece. I'm looking for my guillotine. 4 1/4 by 3.5. Excuse me, I'm going to give it an extra 1/4 of an inch so I have a place for this to hold on to without it interfering. Okay, so I said early espresso. Oh, and that stinky. I really wish I knew where I placed the foam. I'm looking underneath here. I've got a little piece of foam I can stick under here. It's not my foam mat that belongs on here, but it should do the job. Okay, because it's a polymer stamp set, it doesn't have any cushioning. All right. Like I said, I am trying to figure out I want to go with it. And okay, I like this a lot. I can see here and here where I didn't get it. So I'm going to ink it up again. Much better. Much better. I'm wondering if my grandson took off with the foam mat that belongs in the Stamparatus. I still am missing. It's this one here, right there, and right there. All right, so I think I got the... Don't want any lines, so I just have to ink it all up. But this time, I'm going to work on that section. That's better. This foam mat wiggled. That's why you need the real one that goes with it. I just need to find it. But this is okay. All right, let's take this out of the way. And I am going to bring in the Misty Moonlight. I wanted to do some blending on this. And let's see. I don't want it to be this stark white. So we're going to bring in Misty Moonlight. And one of the new Stampin' Up brushes. Yes. And we are going to blend all over this. Trying to make it look like it is part of the scenery on the first stamp. And I really need most of the color up the top and around the edges, because the other image is going to go in the center. Like Midnight in the Forest. And then bring some in here. A little too much, but I am playing, so. Now I'm going to take what's left on here and I'm going to brush it around the edges of my paper. Kind of framing it in. This would be a great square card or short card. Not sure exactly, but let's see. I just kind of like it on the green, but let's see the Night of Navy. And I know from doing this before, I want to tear the edges. So once again, bringing in the water brush, and I'm going to really put some water in here. Bring it here, here, going all the way around and seeing if I can tear it at once. I doubt it, but we'll see. All right, let's see if we got enough on there to tear it nicely. Oh yeah. Makes it like a purpley hue there. Or this could actually go on the inside of the card with the sentiment. Really pushing the water there so it gets in there and makes it an easy tear for me. Same here, I'm pushing the water, giving it a little squeeze. And pulling towards me. All right, and little squeezes. Okay, let's put this aside and see what we can come up with now. Because if I don't like that, that probably, it looks really cool actually. Not sure. I could do this on Night of Navy. Just a card front or a piece. Okay. I want my blending brush that I had the blue on. I'm going to go around the edges of this again, just like I did on the other. I don't need to re-ink it because it's got plenty in there already. But I just want to... Sometimes you think something won't work and you turn out it does. Like at first this was not looking so hot to me, but now I'm really liking it. I might offset it like so, and I think I will. I like it like that, and then I can put the sentiment there. Okay, but do I like it on that? The Misty Moonlight just falls too far in there. But I kind of like the idea of doing it like this on this one. I really like, I'm going to have to get a different, this is the card front itself. Let's see. I like that. And I like, I can do, may your journey take you to many new and exciting places. Breathe deep. See, to me, that's it. Okay, breathe deep is going to be the answer on here. But let's see if I want it. Do I want it like so, to where there's a light background? That's so dark. I really like the mossy meadow, and I'm going to look in my containers of quarter sheets to see if I have some mossy meadow in here. See, quarter sheets. I can open it up. I have Evening Evergreen. I'm looking, but I don't think I have any mossy meadow quarter sheets in here to use. I probably would have pulled it already. Let's see. About Evening Evergreen. Nothing's in cutting. See, now that's just too dark. It really needs to be the Mossy Meadow, so I'll just cut this in half. Okay. Now I'll have a quarter sheet in there. And I want to cut this down to 4 and 5.5, so I need 1/4 of an inch off, which is just about to this mark in this little guillotine I have figured out. And I hope this is straight. Okay. Let's set those aside. And I think I'm going to put the same in either Light of Navy or this green. And I want, there's my card. That is going to go like so. This is going to go down in the background. So let's get these on. And I have the Timber 3D embossing folder, but I'm not going to use it on this. But you could. It would be beautiful. All right. So there's that. I want this glued down. I checked on my order from Stampin Up, but it is not on its way yet. Okay. And this is going to be up on dimensionals because I'm going to bring in, oh, look at this. This is, that looks like Evening Evergreen. I thought that was Mossy Meadow, but that is not Mossy Meadow. Okay, so that is not going to happen there. But in our Essentials Twine, Baker's Twine Essentials pack, let's see what we have. That, I think, will go very nicely on here. And I am going to get my Scotch tape. I want to wrap this around with enough to tie it. I want to wrap it around a couple of times. Let's see. My daughter's home because somebody is coming out to my room. At least I thought they were. All right, and I do want to put a bow on it, so I'm going to need extra. Okay, so let's see how much this is. I'll tell you. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. About 23 inches. I'm just doing it for the safe. I've got tape on my fingers. I'm looking for some scissors. About 20 to 22 inches. I want enough to tie a bow, so there. I'm gonna wrap it around like so. Okay, put a little tape in the back so it stays. And now I'm going to tie. And I am going to go over and under the very bottom one so it stays together. And I want the bow on this end. Me and my thumbsy finger there with the big Toy Story Band-Aid on it. I'm going to be using a glue dot for sure on this to make my bow stay where I want it. Oh, that came out really cool. Okay. Look at that. I really like that. Okay, dimensionals. I know they're on the table. Get ones that are already open. I'm going to need a glue dot. Alrighty, so we're going to put 3 in the middle here. Yeah, I think I'm going to pull this end off and go there. And we're going to pull this end off. Just going to add that down there. Not that it really needed it, but can go there. It ain't hurting nothing. And this card is almost done, and I'm very happy with the outcome so far. My idea. Like I said, we are just playing today. Oh, look at that. So, oh, yes, definitely. But the bow, now I realize I was doing the bow totally upside down. So it's definitely going to need a glue dot to keep going the way it needs to sit. So let's bring in, I'm looking for a hole pokey tool. On my fingernail, like I stay there, would you? Because it rolls up on my fingernail. Okay, I do like that, but I don't like this being so long, so we're gonna trim you there, trim you there. This one now needs a little bit. All right, now we definitely need a sentiment to go up here, and Breathe Deep was my choice, and I am thinking either Misty Moonlight or Night of Navy. Let's stamp it first in Misty Moonlight and see what it looks like. And I don't really need that big of a piece. Let's get to my sewing strips that I put in a little box. Because it just needs to be like so. I like it, but we are going to, my friend Gina Tudela at my card tech class that I take from her, she's like, if you just take your finger over it after you stamp them, you can get a little bit of blending on it, just lightly. Can you see that? I like that. But we are going to take the Misty Moonlight and give it some more. Because it needs it. I don't want it, that stark whiteness of it. I do not want that here. Let's just do it. Rub that on there. It's like taking a really deep breath. All right, let's close this up. And I am so happy so far with this card. And I'm going to definitely set it. Oh, I should have made it bigger so I could tear the edges. Okay, let's do this again. Let's just stamp it again and do all the fun stuff again. Okay, we're stamping again because we want to tear the edges. Make it all look. Why does deep look like it's falling off the side? I don't, it's just me being me. I know. Me being picky, I'm looking for a scratch piece of paper. Taking my finger, blending it there. And then I'm going to take this blending brush and give it a good sweep and rub. And then we're going to take the water painter water brush, whatever you would like to call it, and we are going to tear the edges so it coincides with what else we've done. Yes, we're going to do this end. And I am tearing towards me on all edges. And then we're going to sponge it again. Well, not sponge it, sorry. Use the blending brush again. Some of those little peaks that I don't like on the tearing. Like right here, don't like that. Just dab some more water on it and pull it away. Okay. Set that up there. I'm looking for my, oh, it's on my lap. Don't want getting water on everything. This, good to do. Bring this in. I kind of like it having those with the water on there and doing this. Yeah, I like that. I do like that. So let's add some more and then use the blending brush and make that. Yes. I like that effect. Never done that before, but get it wet and then blend over it, and it deepens the color around the edges. I really like this. And let's see. I am gonna set that up on dimensionals too. Let's see. And I'm very, very happy with the outcome of this card. So let's see here. I like it being off. Breathe deep. I like that. I really, really like that. I'm very pleased with it. I hope you are too. Enjoyed watching, and you might take a chance and order this stamp set if you overlooked it the first time, because that is very cool. If you would like to stay with me, some of you like to fast forward to the end, but let's see if we can make another quick card with one of the other images. This one preferably. And okay, not on that, but this and maybe a Misty Moonlight base. And do simpler. Let's just fussy cut this one out. Let's change it up. So we are just gonna fussy cut, mimicking the edge of the stamp because it's got little curves in it. So I don't want my paper to be, I'm purposely making it kind of curvy. Okay, that was fast. Now, I really okay, I don't like this line there. So I am going to bring in this Misty Moonlight with the water pen. Squeeze some water out, grab a little bit of that, and I'm going to blend it in here. Just a wee bit. I don't know why that tends to bother me there, but okay, that is better. Maybe you see this here, so it doesn't look so stark, because it shouldn't be. In the water reflecting it, it shouldn't be that. Should not be that white. My daughter is home. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to give my water pen a squeeze so the blue doesn't stay on the brush. And let's see. We are going to cut, just give it a border. So let's go down and we're going to hand cut it again. We're going to fussy cut it. Leave enough for me to cut around it, leaving a bit of a border. You can hear my daughter, but she's out there. Remember, this is not meant to be perfect. This border is meant to be wavy and everything else. Okay, I do like that. But I want to bring in this one. And okay, what's the other ones we can choose from? Each day is an adventure. Oh no, I like this one. I might put Breathe Deep up here. Breathe deep. May your journey take you to new and exciting places. Breathe deep and each day is an adventure. Oh, I like that. Breathe deep up at the top and take time for you. But we need to clean this off because I don't want it in the Misty Moonlight. I think I want the sayings in Early Espresso. So let's bring that in, close up the Smoky Slate because we're not using it. Early Espresso. we are going to use. So we are going to do Breathe Deep. Okay, and then take, oh, each day is an adventure. Changed my mind at the last minute. Okay. Set those aside. Now I'm going to fussy cut these, making it kind of curvy to match the image. Very, you know, just loosely, just coming in. There's that one. And Breathe Deep, because I'm not trying to make it perfect. In fact, I want it to be especially noticeable that it's not being cut, except for that is a bit pointy, so we got to edge that down a bit. Okay. Now we're going to glue those down on this, what's left of the early espresso. I gotta slide it off to get it off. There's Breathe Deep, leaving plenty around for me to cut. Leave a border. Okay, let's cut these off now. This would be a card I would give my daughter, my son, both of them. If they know somebody who likes the outdoors, likes hiking, this is a stamp set for you to use for them for their birthday. Just thinking of you. This is a wonderful, wonderful stamp. Breathe Deep. Each day is an adventure. You could make it line up, but I'm not done. So do we want to back that on this and then pop it on there? Because that makes it, I do think so. And I think we're going to do the same thing with the twine again. Which, did I put it up? Nope. Yes. That is the one. No, that is not the twine I used. Okay, twine. Did I stick it in the drawer? Sometimes I do that. Okay, since I can't find that twine, let's take this piece of jute I have in my thing, and I'm going to bring the other piece of tape I had sitting here. I am going to be sticking this up on dimensionals. We are going to wrap it thickly around here like so. Let's see. Yeah, maybe I did this wrong. Maybe now. Oh, yeah. Just tie it in a bow, Alice. I don't know where my twine went to. Could have rolled off the table. Just know there's 5 colors in there, and the color I want is not where it should be. Okay. But we will make this work. Okay. Hopefully it'll work. do want to bring that down a bit. Okay. Let's see. Breathe deep. Each day is adventure. And I am not happy with it being double. I think because the thickness of the jute, it just needs to be single. So let's take the thin end of this jute, hopefully, and just do a single wrap because it is just too thick. The look of all that on there is too heavy, I think. So we're almost done. Yes. Or you could just tie it in the knot. You don't need a bow. It's not the scissors I want to use. And we're going to pop these all up on dimensionals. Let's see. First, we're going to do this one. Three, 1, 2, and 3 in the middle. And 3 on the bottom. 3 on the top. 1, 2. I thought I had another. Oh, there it is. All right. So this is the last one, and I will close out the video. Now, you don't have to put all this on dimensionals. You could just, oh, I need to cut this down. So, I need to be at 4. And I know that I need just a 1/4 of an inch off of this, just about, which is right there. Pop that back down. Oh, come on. Don't want to be mean. Let's glue it down first. I don't want this popping off. Okay. Now we are going to, I think we're going to put this in the middle, just about. Breathe deep. And each day is an adventure. And, I'm like, why not pop them up? I don't know why not. Okay. Making sure these dimensionals don't show. I mean, we started doing that. We might as well. Okay, I do want this one in the center. We'll just go ahead and put them both in the center. And this one needs minis, so. I'll keep dragging things off my desk with my elbow. There. There. That should do it. Oh, it's off. Okay. And to top it all off, let's bring in some Wink of Stella for the water. So you know it's a definite reflection. And then I'm going to drag that whole thing down like that. mimicking that, and I think we'll do the same on this one. And just like that. So, I hope you can see. I'm not sure if you can see the wink of Stella. It's just lightly, but very rustic around the edges. Similar cards. I'm absolutely in love with them. I love them. I really do. And even though this is, you know, not perfectly layered up, I'm so pleased with it. And the jute. I think it would look better with this, the jute. I might cut the jute off. I don't think so. Just maybe making the bow a little smaller. Let's see. Just don't know where the twine went to. Okay. Well, those are my cards using, this one is using both the Welcoming Woods and the Breathe Deep. Let's put this one aside. I'll stick that in there later. So, Reflected in Nature and Welcoming Wood, both stamp sets, are from the mini current catalog, which ends at the end of December. So rush out and get them if you don't have them, because they're just beautiful. So thanks for watching me, and see you another time. Happy crafting.